I'm gonna try to remake a scene from Wonka with just $125. If we break it down, we have 5 main elements: the desk, cabinets, decorations, the costume, and makeup. And it all starts with the desk, because he's at a desk. This is the table I use for all my crafting. I cleared everything off and put it against this fake concrete wall. I looked around my office for some wonky items, but I couldn't find anything that matches his style. So that means that it's time to make my first purchase. I thought it would be most cost effective to shop online. After what felt like hours of searching, I found one of these, but I couldn't get just one. I ended up with 5 of these little cabinets. This took a big chunk of our budget, costing almost $64 and leaving us with just $61.03. That's half our budget with only one of the elements. Anyway, I arranged all of our newly acquired cabinets on the desk. But it needs to feel lived in. I am an inventor. My head's going a mile a minute, and that's getting reflected into the space. And that's where all these little details come in. I'm gonna start off by taking out all of these drawers and putting them in random places. This is gonna give our set some much needed character and give us a lot more places to put stuff like yarn. I know Mr. Wonka makes chocolate and not clothes, but I had this lying around from when I launched my shirts. And it just kind of feels like something he would have here anyway. So I sprinkled them around the set. One thing he would have though is spices. No, flavors. Concentrated flavor liquids that you can mix together to create other complex flavors like that milk.
It sure is great soup!
And that brings us to our next purchase, these glass vials. I got these for 23 cents a piece, which doesn't sound bad, except for the fact that I had to buy 30 of them, bringing the total to $7. Empty glass bottles don't look right. We need something more. I'm gonna steal some food coloring from my wife. I can use a bit of chemistry to mix together all these flavors, put them into jars, and I'll be lucky enough to end up with 30 colorful glass vials that I can distribute throughout all the nooks and crannies of the cabinets. Now we're almost done with our set, but it still looks way too clean. It's time to make this messy. Wonka should have recipes along with all of those flavors, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So we're gonna take a few pieces of paper, a Sharpie, and write down the best recipe I know. Subscribing to love the basics. Rip it, crumble it, twist it, open it, and bop it, and absolutely stuff it in all of these holes for detail. We can't forget about this massive jar. It'll be important later, but I still feel like it's missing something. Oh, fuck. It's 9:15 right now. Home Depot closes at 10 o'clock. I need to hurry up and get there, or else this entire shoot's a failure. I got there just in time. Now the hunt for a light above the desk begins. I got lost in the different aisles of the store, but then I saw it. The perfect light. The only problem is that it's $20, but I had no choice, so in the cart it goes, along with one of these, and we're back at home to assess the damage. This is exactly what I needed. $20 for the light, $10 for the extension cord, $10 for the Christmas lights, bringing our total to $40 and leaving us with just $14.03 left to finish this scene. Our light goes here. The only problem is turning it on. But lights like this get connected to wires that are already in the wall, and you can turn it on and off like a light switch. But I don't have any wires here, so I got this extension cable and I'm gonna connect it to this light and hope that I don't burn my house down when I plug it in. I have no business doing this, but this should be enough. All right, the truth right here. 1, 2. Oh. Ooh. Now I can put that on the wall and then have the Christmas lights everywhere. Our set is now complete. This is the camera that I'm gonna be using. It's pretty useless like this, so I need a supercharger with all of these fancy camera to get it to the point of being a usable camera like this. But now we can go film me. But we're missing a certain tiny green man. So I got the help of one of my best friends, Jordan. We only have $14 left to get his entire costume. I don't have any colorful suits, and no store sells one for that cheap. But then I remembered Lord Bezos has one of those try before you buy options on clothes. And I was able to find this purple suit that's good enough for what we need. I grabbed a white shirt from my closet, and that means we got his entire outfit for free. The main thing you know about Oompa Loompas is that they're orange. Jordan needs to become orange. So I got this face makeup for $8. While Jordan painted his entire face orange, I was busy setting up this blue screen behind him. The costume is almost done. All we have left is his hair. I forgot about his hair! The cheapest wig I could find was $20. For those of you keeping track, we only had $6.03 left to spend. And with this wig, we are now at negative $13.97. And that means that we failed this challenge. As it turns out, you cannot remake this scene from Wonka, which is $125. But the show must go on. So as Jordan was putting on his wig, he was making all of these stupid little jokes.
Where's the dance?
To bring our spirits back up enough to sit through 5 nights of tedious editing. And after all that, this is what that looks like. So you're the funny little man who's been following me.
Funny little man, how dare you? I'll have you know I'm a perfectly respectable size for an Oompa Loompa.
An Oompa what now?
In fact, in Lumpa Land, I'm regarded as something as a Wampa. They call me Lofty.
Sorry.